Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is LuckyBunz, and I'm just gonna come out and say it. The new raid invite system is locked behind a paywall. Now, I know what you're thinking. The new raid invite system is amazing, and I literally just made a video about it a couple hours ago, but honestly, after realizing that it was locked behind a paywall, I was like, wow, this is a huge exploit from the player base. And a lot of people are completely fine with that. To be honest, I think I'm probably the only creator who's going to speak out about this, mainly because I am a free-to-play player. Now, I understand that not everybody who watches my videos are going to be free-to-play players, but I kind of wanted to talk about this because I really feel like it's a huge money exploit from the player base from Niantic. I don't think it's like unwarranted at all. I think it's a good way to get money, but at the same time, for a free-to-play game, this paid system, or at least the paid remote raid system, which in my opinion, given the situation of everything in the US right now, we really can't go out to do raids. At least not the majority of people can go out to do raids. Also include the fact that real players are still going to struggle with this unless they just have a ton of Pokecoins saved up, or they're okay with spending money on the remote raid passes. Again, this is kind of my point here. It's locked behind a paywall. So we're just gonna focus on the point where if you weren't spending money on this game, how would you go about doing this? And your only option is to go and drop in gems on a regular basis. For real players who don't have that many gems, kind of impossible, not to mention there's gonna be turnover. Or maybe the turnover is so high that when you drop, your Pokemon gets kicked out after like 10 to 20 minutes. You could also combine spoofers in there. I mean, that actually happens to me a lot in my local area. All the gyms, guys, every single time I drop in a gym, it's like kicked out less than 50 minutes later. So if I don't drop in multiple gyms, I'm just not gonna get my coins. It's really as simple as that. So with that being said, let's assume that getting Pokecoins is just not, an easy task to do, or at least it doesn't take 2 days, right? And ideally, if you got your 50 Pokecoins every single day, it would take you 2 days to get 1 remote raid pass. Now, normally this has been the case, right? Even with premium raid passes, it wasn't really any different. It takes 2 days to get 1 premium raid pass, or you can save up your coins for a Ultra Box or a Special Box or something along those lines. And that alone actually brings up another really big issue as well in regards to premium raid passes, because for those of you who saved up a ton of coins and you got the Ultra Boxes, or you bought a ton of premium raid passes for whatever reason, because naturally this is the only way to do it in the past, and believe me guys, I know people with hundreds of premium raid passes stocked up. Like, they've told me, I don't even want all these, I wish I could just transfer them, and I'm just like, that's crazy to me to hear. But it's true, some people actually do have a lot of premium raid passes stocked up just from buying the Ultra Boxes. They're heavy pay-to-play players. But my point being is that if you've had these passes stocked up, you can't really do anything with them if you're stuck inside. And a lot of us are actually stuck inside. And so essentially the problem that I see here, at least a very easy fixable solution, is to be able to convert the premium raid passes or the daily free pass into a remote raid pass. Now, in my opinion, guys, I really think that our free pass should qualify as a remote raid pass. I mean, we only get the one every single day, so I don't really know why it isn't as of right now, and I'm hoping Niantic changes it in the future, but I'm kind of skeptical on that because they're going to make tons of money. Nobody's really complaining about it. And again, me as a free-to-play player, I'm probably going to be the only YouTuber who's talking about this. I guarantee it. And to be honest, I don't really think it's that unwarranted because Pokemon Go is a free-to-play game. Even though it has the pay-to-play model, obviously, it is a free-to-play game. You should be able to do everything in-game for free. It's just going to take you a lot longer. And that's actually been the case for quite a while now. And you could argue that, hey, you could still go out to the gyms and you could still use your regular free raid pass, but you have to actually be there in person. And given the current state of the world right now, you would think that Niantic would be a little bit more accommodating to that. They've done a great job with everything else, the incense being 1 hour long, extending the range for Pokestops and gyms when you do decide to go out. And additionally, if you are going to be raiding, you do have that increased radius. So I'm not saying that they haven't done stuff to help out, I'm just saying that this remote raid feature, while it is super hyped up and I'm really excited about it, it is locked behind a paywall, and I feel like I don't think you can have an argument against that. I mean, by all means, I encourage you to argue with me in the comments section down below. I'd love to hear opposing opinions on this. This game has always been about pay-to-play features, and to be honest, I feel like I've always been the person who's like missing out on them as a free-to-play player. And of course, it was my choice to go free-to-play with this game. It was my choice to pursue that kind of play style. I don't have to, but I also don't want to burn a hole in my wallet, and I'm kind of glad I did decide to go free-to-play. Given everything that's happened in Pokemon Go over the past 4 years, I definitely don't regret choosing a free-to-play playstyle, but at the same time, Fear of missing out is really big right now, and for those of you guys who don't remember, we actually used to get 3 remote raid passes from a box every single week, at least for like 2 or 3 weeks before they randomly discontinued it. So again, they're just really pushing that pay-to-play model, and I don't know, I guess I'm a little bit upset about it because as of right now, it's really difficult for me to go out and drop in gyms, and I already told you the situation where I live. I'm pretty much just gonna get kicked out immediately, so getting Pokecoins isn't really the best option for me at the moment, not to mention their whole Pokecoin revamp system. Oh my goodness, I don't even want to get into that right now, but should they ever roll that out, should they ever decide to implement that and just get rid of the current system, I don't even know, guys, how I'm gonna get coins. Like, to be honest, it's already been a struggle, but if they do that, it's gonna be even more difficult. And the alternative is to do daily tasks, which some of them require you to hit a raid. And again, they're not even giving you that free raid remote pass, so what are you supposed to do? How are you even supposed to complete those tasks at home? Most people won't actually have an issue with the remote raid pass cost, but I feel like it is a problem. Like the fact that we can't even do that one daily, free remote raid, it kind of sucks. And maybe I'm just ranting on about this at this point, but I really do think that it is a significant flaw within this system. Additionally, I know that people struggle to get the numbers for raids, and this kind of eliminated that issue, but again, it kind of brought in the new issue of, hey, you actually need to have the remote raid passes. Niantic isn't going to give you anything for free. You have to buy them with Pokecoins. So again, pay-to-play model for the remote raid system. There is no free-to-play option. I mean, unless you consider going and dropping in gyms as a free-to-play option, which I guess you could argue that, but to me, that defeats the whole purpose of staying inside and doing raids. Like, the idea behind the remote raid feature is to encourage players to stay indoors and not spread the coronavirus. I mean, that is pretty much the idea behind this feature. This is the idea behind the entire Pokemon play from home concept. So I don't know, the fact that you have to actually go out, drop in gyms to get Pokecoins to hit one raid every 2 days, whereas before, you could hit at least one raid every single day with your free raid pass. I feel like it defeats the whole concept of the free-to-play model. Like, it's not even free-to-play anymore, it's just pay-to-play, and that's just exactly what it is. I mean, seriously, argue with me that it's not. Back in 2017 when raids were first released, and I know not all of you guys are playing back then, but I was playing back then pretty actively, and I'd always hit my daily free raid pass, guys. I would always use that. Nowadays, I don't really do that so much just because I have so much more going on in my life, but back then, I was pretty consistent about using that daily free raid pass. And every once in a while, I'd save up enough Pokecoins and I'd be like, okay, if I really want to just raid with my friends today, I want to continue on the raid train, I gotta buy some extra premium raid passes. And that was always fine. That was always an option for me, but it wasn't required. At the end of the day, I could still use my daily free raid pass and I'd be good to go. And additionally, I could even use the 2 free raid passes in 1 day trick. And if you guys are curious about that, I'll leave a link in the top right corner right now. Although I don't really think it's going to benefit you too much given the current situation. I mean, maybe it will. Anyways, it's pretty common knowledge at this point, but in case you don't know it, I'll leave a link in the top right corner as well as in the description below. But yeah, basically guys, I could hit 2 raids every single day as a free-to-play player, not even spending any Pokecoins on the premium raid passes, and it'd be fine. I could at least hang out with my friends for like 40 minutes, we'd hit 2 raids, and then I'd have to leave after that, obviously because I don't have any more raid passes. Like I said, if I really wanted to, I could use my Pokecoins that I was saving up to buy more premium raid passes, and I could just continue raiding with my friends, but more often than not, I didn't really do that because it wasn't that viable, right? Again, I'd have to be getting 50 Pokecoins every single day, and that would only get me 1 raid pass every 2 days, not 1 day. Again, it just kind of goes to show you how Niantic has built this system around a really strong pay-to-play model, and it's why they're doing so well despite being in a pandemic. Their quarterly revenue report was more, like they hit their goal and went beyond this past quarter for quarter number 2. So going into quarter number 3, I don't doubt that they're going to even surpass it again. They most definitely will, especially with this raid invite feature. Kind of go back to my point about the whole free-to-play concept. This doesn't really affect anybody else. Like, this is specifically for free-to-play players or for role players or people who just struggle to get Pokecoins. For us, we kind of rely on at least that free raid pass. That's kind of our go-to. And again, another argument could be, why doesn't Niantic give us more ways to get Pokecoins? And their proposed solution earlier this year was to get 5 additional Pokecoins. Like, not 50, not 20, 5 additional Pokecoins for completing a set of research tasks. And one of those tasks, if you were lucky enough, was win a raid. So yeah, I don't think I have to say any more in regards to that. And once again, my point behind this video is that this is locked behind a paywall, and I don't know what to do about it. And to basically just sum up my point from earlier, in 2017, we got the free raid passes along with the premium raid passes. It's a free-to-play model, it makes sense. And fast forward to 2020, when we're in the middle of a massive pandemic in the US here, we are supposed to use remote raid passes. That's supposed to be the safer alternative, but the thing is that we can't actually do that because Niantic isn't giving us those remote raid passes for free. They were giving us 3 remote raid passes in the past for free every week, and I felt like that was okay. Like, that was, I mean, it's better than nothing, right? I honestly think we should have been getting 7, but hey, 3 is better than nothing because as of right now, we're not getting anything. So again, very successful feature on the first day. I'd argue that I haven't seen anyone complain about it, and even making this video, I don't know guys, I just felt like I had to speak up about it because as a free-to-play content creator for Pokemon Go, it's really important that I talk about something like this because a lot of people aren't going to. And I guess you could just chalk this off as either a rant or a pretty valid concern. I'll let you decide in the comment section down below. And I do hope that Niantic does change this in the future. I really do hope that they do that, but when you think about it guys, how many times has Niantic exploited the player base for money with egg hatching events, with raid events, with a bunch of other stuff too that I just can't even name on the top of my head, but trust me, I've talked about it tons on the channel, and I'm sure you guys can fill in the gaps in the comments section, so make sure to let me know as well other times that they've exploited the player base. It's mainly been through egg hatching events. Not going to be surprised if Niantic does not give us remote raid passes for free. I really won't be surprised at all, but again, it just kind of defeats the whole concept of a free-to-play model, and yeah, as cool as the raid invite feature is, I can't really do anything unless I actually go and drop in gyms every single day, somehow don't get kicked out, and yeah, that's basically it. So without the free remote raid pass every single day, or without the ability to use our free remote raid pass every single day, I'm stuck. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are stuck as well. And my solution to this, and what I actually think would be a very easy thing to do, is to have the ability to convert our daily free raid pass or convert our premium raid passes to remote raid passes. Once again, the premium raid pass is also kind of an issue right now, and so that's just my solution. Personally, it's like if you have a lot of premium raid passes, like I have 9 premium raid passes that I can't even use. I have 1 daily free raid pass that I can't even use, and I'm supposed to be expected to buy remote raid passes right now. I understand it's a great business model, but from a player's perspective, this really sucks, especially for all of us who are really excited to, start raiding with our friends. We can't even do that because it is locked behind a paywall right now. We can't get a remote raid pass for free every single day. We literally have to pay 100 coins to get them. And so as great of a feature as this is, it's a significant flaw within the system, and if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I don't think Niantic is going to do anything about it. I really hope I'm wrong, but yeah, I'm just kind of accepting that I'm probably not going to be raiding anytime soon. So yeah, it is what it is. And not to mention, in my own opinion, I don't think we're going to be getting much better here in the US. Our cases have done nothing but skyrocket for coronavirus. And yeah, going outside, having things go back to normal, that's probably not going to happen. It's probably not even going to go back to slightly being normal until the end of this year or next year. So yeah, again, this is the first time that I've raided in over 2 months, and it's only because I had remote raid passes saved up from like weeks ago when they actually did offer it for free. Not to mention, you can only hold on to 3 remote raid passes at a single time. Ugh, I don't even know, guys. Like, you can't even hold on to these, you can't accumulate them. You have to literally buy them in batches of 3 or batches of 1. And with that, I think I've kind of ranted on long enough. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. I just kind of wanted to make this video and express my opinion, kind of showcase my thoughts, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say down below. So please make sure to comment. Let me know what you think about all of this. Do you think it really matters? Do you think it is a problem? Even if you are a pay-to-play player, do you see how this is a paywall? I'd love to hear your opinions on this. And yeah, that's basically about it. So I will see you all real soon in the next video, most likely going to be a shiny hunting sword and shield video or a Go Battle League video, so stay tuned for that, and yeah, I'll see you all real soon in the next one.